What is phishing? It is a type of social engineering where the hacker or attacker steals confidential data such as passwords, bank or credit details, and credentials. They send it via electronic means such as email, text messages, or sometimes in the form of urgent call. Phishing scams use spoof emails and websites as lure to prompt people to voluntarily hand over sensitive information. So it isn't surprising then that the term phishing is commonly used to describe these ploys. And there is also a good reason why they use the letters P and H in the place of F, because the word phishing is often used to describe the act of catching fish, while phishing with letter P and H is the act of catching or stealing someone's personal information. Some of the earliest hackers were known as freaks. There are different types of phishing attacks. It includes the following: email phishing, spear phishing, phishing and smishing, clone phishing, farming, HTTPS phishing, pop-up phishing, and evil twin phishing. The first one is email phishing. It is the most popular phishing medium. Scammers registered fake domains that impersonate real organizations, and they send thousands of requests to their targets. Fake domain names contain character substitution, such as using the letter R and N side to side to make RN and instead of M. They also use genuine organization name in the local part of an email address. The next one is spear phishing. Just like common phishing attacks, spear phishing is also used to trick victims. However, the targets of spear phishing includes the HR staff and IT managers because they have higher access levels within the wider organizations. Up next is smishing and phishing. Smishing uses text messages that has similar deceptive content to a phishing emails, while phishing, or also known as voice phishing, uses direct phone calls to the targets. Following is clone phishing. In this type of phishing, attackers copies legitimate emails that are previously sent by trusted entities. They manipulate the link by replacing the original email with a new link that redirects the victims to a fraudulent website, and it imitates the original one. When the victim enters their credentials, they expose themselves to the hackers or attackers.
Farming is similar to phishing in that it is a threat that tricks users into disclosing private information. But instead of using email as the attack vector, farming uses malicious code executed on the victim's device to redirect to an attacker-controlled website. Pop-up phishing is the practice of sending fraudulent messages to users while they are browsing the internet. HTTPS phishing is when you open a website and redirects you to a malicious page or requests you to download or open an attachment. An evil twin attack occurs when an attacker creates a false Wi-Fi access point in the hopes that users will connect to it instead of a legitimate one.
How phishing works. Phishing works when hackers use scam emails, text messages, or phone calls to trick their victim. Their aim is often to make you visit a malicious website which may download a virus in your computer or steal bank details or other personal information.
What are the harmful effects of phishing attack? First, skeleton key. Because many people use the same password across multiple services, a single breach often expands the attack surface significantly. The attacker might, for instance, obtain Outlook credentials with the aim of getting access to banking services and IP sensitive corporate systems. Second, impersonation. Alternatively, the attacker could use a compromised email address to impersonate the user and blast out phishing emails to a host of newly discovered potential victims from the victim's address list. Dark web sale. For a quick buck, the criminal could just sell the victim's data on the darknet. Fourth, malware or ransomware. Attached malicious files with the most popular file types contain programs that could be used to steal or delete sensitive data. Ransomware has made the splashiest headlines over the past 2 years. It encrypts and hijacks the victim's files or entire network, locking it until a ransom is paid to open it back up. Last is payment scams. Sometimes phishing emails won't have any attached files or links to malicious sites. Phishing emails can also push people into loan scams, gift card scams, social security scams, and advance fee scams. In these scams, victims are typically tricked into paying various fees through financial vehicles of wire transfers or gift cards for the release of a much larger reward promised down the road, which of course is a dead end paved in pure fiction.
5 ways to detect phishing email. First, the message is sent from a public email domain. Legitimate organizations have their email domain and do not send emails that have the address at gmail.com unless the email account is rightfully affiliated with the organization. Second, the domain name is misspelled. Misspelled in domain names is a strong indication of a phishing scams. Third, the email is poorly written. The grammatically wrong and poor construction of an email is an implication of scam email. 4. It includes suspicious attachments or links. Various unknown links and irrelevant website associated with the purpose of the email is an example of phishing emails. 5. The message creates a sense of urgency. Scam emails do not provide factual information.
How can we avoid phishing? First, employ common sense before handling over sensitive information. Whenever you get an alert from your bank or other major institution, never click the link in the email. Instead, open your browser and type the address directly into the URL field so you can make sure that the site is real. Never trust alarming messages. If you receive an email asking for any type of account information, immediately delete it and then call the company if your account was okay. It is also very unusual that a companies will request a identifiable personal informations or account details via email. Protect your cell phone by setting software to update automatically, because those updates can provide you a critical protection against security threats. Avoid clicking embedded links, mostly in emails because this can be seeded with malware. Be cautious when receiving messages from vendors or third parties. Protect your cell phone by setting software to update automatically, because those updates can provide you a critical protection against security threats. Keep your software and operating system up to date. Always make sure that your Windows operating system are updated because they are often the targets of phishing or other malicious attacks. Protect your accounts by using multi-factor authentication. Some accounts offer extra security by requiring two or more credentials to log into your account. This is called multi-factor authentication. The extra credentials that you need to log in your account fall into three categories. First, something you know, like a password, PIN, or answer to security question. Second, something you have, like one-time verification password you get by email, text, or from an authenticator app, or a security key. Third, something you have, like a scan of your fingerprint, or your retina, or your face.